You're experiencing lag, stutters, and a huge input delay in Valorant? Then this video is perfect for you. I successfully helped thousands of people in the past, boosting their device to the best performance possible, and this video is going to show you exactly how. Make sure to stick to the end and follow each step to not miss out on FPS. Subscribe for weekly Valorant guides, and now let's get started. We're going to start in our Windows settings, hop into the System tab, Display, and scroll all the way down until you see Advanced Display. Select all your displays and make sure you're using the highest refresh rate possible. I had a bunch of friends who didn't set this. Go back into the Display tab, scroll down to Graphics, and in here you should see Bootstrap Package Game and Valorant. If this isn't the case for you, hit the Browse button and go into the Right Games folder where you installed Valorant. By default, this should be on your C drive, Valorant, Live, and select Valorant.executable. Then hit the Browse button again, go into Shooter Game, Binaries, Win64, and select Valorant Win64 Shipping. Once you've done that, you should see both games listed here, and for both, you're gonna click on them, click Options, and set it to High Performance. By default, this is let Windows decide, but we always want the highest performance, so make sure you toggle this, hit the Save button, and do the same for Valorant here as well. Once we've done that, go to Change Default Graphics Settings and ensure that Hardware Accelerated GPU Scheduling is enabled as well. The optimizations for windowed games should be turned off, and then we can continue in the Personalization tab. Go over here, click on Background, and make sure that for the background you're either using a static picture or a solid color, but never a slideshow or Windows Spotlight, because this could download or change images in the background while you're playing, affects your network as long as your performance. Next up, we're gonna go into the Control panel. Just search for Advanced System Settings. Now in the System Properties, click on Performance Settings, and for the majority of you, this is gonna be at Let Windows choose what's best for my computer, but we don't want this. We want to adjust it for the best performance, so this should uncheck everything. There's just a few things you might want to keep enabled, stuff like show thumbnails instead of icons, but in general, just disable everything, hit apply, and then just play around with it, whatever you prefer. This is completely based on personal preferences, but I'm just gonna keep everything off. Moving on in our Windows settings, we're gonna go to the Apps tab, click on Installed Apps, and in my past where I helped people optimize their device, I saw so many people having so much bloatware on their PC, like CCleaner or stuff like that. Please make sure you only install the apps you actually want and not some nonsense. I can't really show you what to uninstall here, but I just want to encourage people to check their installed apps. Just a quick heads up, and then we're going to continue in the Gaming tab. Go to Game Bar and make sure that your game bar is disabled. And then the game mode, this is especially important for the Windows 11 users of you. Make sure that your game mode is turned on. And then the last tab in our Windows settings are the Windows updates. So make sure you actually do these updates frequently. In my case, I can't do the updates because the latest Windows version unfortunately has issues with my hardware and are consistently blue screen. But if this isn't the case for you, please go ahead and make sure that you're always up to date. The same goes for your GPU drivers. In my case, I got an NVIDIA GPU, so in the NVIDIA app, go to drivers and make sure that you're updating it. I prefer to be always on the stable version instead of the newest version. That's why I chose the studio driver. For the most of you out there, the Game Ready driver is probably the way to go. Now we're almost done with our Windows settings. The next one is in the Control panel. Go to System and Security and click on Power Options, and by default this should be on Balanced, which is recommended. Also, don't do this step and skip it if you got overheating issues on like a laptop, and keep it on Balanced, or maybe only go up to High Performance. But if you want the Frozen Ultimate Power Plan, the best one for your device, make sure to keep watching and actually follow the steps to get this power plan I'm about to show you. But in case you don't want to install anything else on your device like this app, just go ahead, go with the High Performance, or if it's available for you, even the Ultimate Power Plan. Some devices got this. Also check your startup apps in the task manager. This kind of corresponds to the apps installed on your device, which I mentioned earlier. Still, go ahead, go into startup apps and scroll through this list and make sure that the status is disabled for basically all of them. This also increases your boot time. It stops unnecessary apps you're not even using every single session from running in the background and just stealing your performance. You can also check the current background apps and down below in your taskbar if you go to this arrow, and then you're gonna see all the apps which are currently running. To disable the app from your startup, right click on the app and click on Disable. And if you're on Windows 11, you can highlight the app and click on the Disable in the top right corner. And the last thing in our Windows settings is actually in the Storage tab in our Windows settings, which I forgot earlier. Go into your storage and click on Temporary Files and check that your recycle bin or other temp files are not taking too much space, and you actually got at least 50 to 100 gigabytes free on your C drive. This is mandatory to ensure your device actually gets the performance it should. So make sure that you highlight all these temp files and then click on Remove Files. But if you're like me and you store all the files which might be important in your downloads folder, do not highlight downloads, and also ensure that you're only deleting files from the recycle bin which you don't need anymore, so might as well check that before. Now we're going to continue with Frozen Tweaks, my actual own tweaking utility software. I will link it down in the description as well. And as I said, if you don't want to download anything on your device and just want to optimize it with the Windows settings by default, you can use the timestamps of this video, which are also in the description. I'm just going to showcase this in order to get Frozen Tweaks for completely free, the best tweaking utility out there. Click on Download Now, and it's going to download this file. So you can double click on this, open it up, then you just need to sign in with your account, which you can also create for completely free on this website. I'm currently signed in, but just click on Login, then sign up and create an account. Then you can use the credentials right here. Click on Login, and then you're going to land on this clean dashboard on which you got some system user stats. You also see the active configuration of tweaks you enabled. You can also create game configs, because certain tweaks matter more for certain games, which I'm about to show you in a second. We got the one-click suite. This is currently for Pros and Pro and Elite only. Boosts actually your whole device to the best state possible with like thousands of tweaks, which are also applied based on your certain device. So it actually checks your components and then applies the perfect possible tweaks. Anyways, in the tweaks catalog, you can see there are a bunch of free tweaks available. As I said, I'm also frequently updating this, so you might as well see more than just 127 tweaks. You can just go ahead, scroll through this whole list, and then you can do stuff like disable Cortana. I just reverted the changes, so Cortana is now on again, but I don't want this, so I just click on it, it applies it, and successfully applied disable Cortana. Once again, this depends on your certain preferences. You can create presets for your certain games at the top right here, and then just go through this list. Next up, we got the Frozen AI, which is currently also only Frozen Pro and Elite. Check out the plan on the website. This optimizes your PC for the certain game you're playing in real time. It detects the game you're playing and then optimizes in real time. Also, a lot of you guys asked if you need to keep Frozen tweaks open when you're playing. No, you don't need to keep it open while you're playing, except if you're using the Frozen AI feature, then it has to be open. And Frozen AI sets the app in a certain state where it just runs lightweight. So this is completely made to be running in the background while you're playing and optimizing it, so you don't have to worry about any performance loss because of Frozen tweaks. Also, make sure to restart your device after applying any tweaks. And then we also got the game profiles. I will also add more games. To this very soon, but for now we got the main games, Fortnite and Valorant. But this is it. This is Frozen tweaks. Make sure to check this out. For recommendations for this, make sure to join the community Discord server, which you can ask me. There's also a support system, so feel free to reach out to me. And with that being said, let's move on to the NVIDIA control panel. Right click on your desktop, click on show more options, NVIDIA control panel, and we're going to start in the 3D settings, adjust image settings with preview, and by default this is going to be on let the 3D application decide, but we want the use my preference emphasizing to be on performance and not quality, or on the center, all the way here at performance. Hit the apply button, then you're going to go over to manage 3D settings, and in here you can pretty much copy over my settings. For the image sharpening should be turned off as long as all these settings. Only the anti-aliasing gamma correction should be on, and this allows you to have more smoother edges. Pause the video and compare your settings with these, but the CUDA GPUs should be set to all, or just select your main GPU right here. Max frame rate should be turned off. Low latency mode should be set to ultra. The OpenGL rendering GPU should be set to your certain GPU. Power management mode, extremely important, make sure this is set to prefer maximum performance. Refresh rate should also be on highest available. Shader cache size unlimited. Texture filtering quality on high performance, and just make sure that you copy all of these other settings. And texture filtering negative LOD bias should actually be set to clamp and not allow. So once you're done with everything, hit the apply button, which I just did. Then we're basically done in the NVIDIA control panel. Just one thing which I mentioned in every of my videos is that you go into your display, adjust desktop color settings, select your certain monitor which you're playing on, scroll down into digital vibrance and increase this to either 75 or 100%. This makes your game look so much more vibrant. As I said, this does not have any impact on your actual performance. It's just something I like to mention. Let's move on to set our best Valorant settings. Now in the Valorant lobby, we're gonna go ahead, go into settings, video, general, and for the display mode, either gonna select a windowed full screen or full screen. The majority of you is probably gonna say full screen is so much better, but there are also pros who are playing with windowed full screen, so it's really up to you. All these FPS limitations should be turned off. The NVIDIA Reflex low latency should be set to on plus boost. Moving on to the graphics quality tab, multi-threaded rendering should be enabled. All these quality settings obviously set to low. Vignette and VSync should be turned off as well. Anti-aliasing, none. Anisotropic filtering 8 times, and all these other features like clarity, sharpening, bloom, distortion, shadows also turned off. If you've done all these changes, congratulations, you successfully optimized your device for the best performance, and we're actually gonna hop in a range right now, and I'm gonna show you the difference. Now that we're in game, I'm around 600 to 700 FPS right now. Now I'm even getting around 800 to 900 FPS after I moved a bit and also closed wallpaper engine in the background. And keep in mind, I'm also recording right now, and if I'm moving, obviously they're gonna drop. I could also rock against this wall and probably get around over 1000 FPS as you can see right now. But I'm gonna keep it completely transparent with you. This video actually brought me around 200 to 300 FPS more in comparison to before this video. And this is it. This is how you can boost your FPS in Valorant in 2026. If you got any questions, let me know in the comment section or join the community Discord server, link down in the description as well. And with that being said, I wish everybody a great day, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.